Kapag binato ka ng bato, batuhin mo ng tinapay. Isa ito sa makasabihan nating mga Pilipino na nagtuturo sa atin na huwag magbalik ng masama o maghiganti sa kapwa-taong naging masama sa atin. Ang bato ay simbolo ng masama o negatibong aksyon, habang ang tinapay ay simbolo ng kabutihan at pagpapatawad. Ito din po ang paanyaya sa atin na isumunod kay Jesus. Sa mga panahon na tayo ay sinusubok ng ating kapwa, piliin sana nating kabutihan at pag-ibig ang ating tugon sa kanila. In the cultural context of Jesus' time, the most typical form of slap was a backhanded one. This type of slap was often used by masters on their slaves, by commanders on soldiers, or by centurions on Jews. In this sense, a backhanded slap served not just as a form of punishment, but also as a reminder of one's status. I am a master, you're only a slave. I am a commander, you are a soldier. I am Roman, you are a Jew. So when the Lord instructed in our gospel to turn the other cheek, He did not intend for them to submit to further mistreatment passively. Instead, turning the other cheek was a challenge for their enemy, inviting them to use the face of their hands and slap them as equals. Kapag inihirap natin ang ating kabilang pisngi, ipinapahiwatig natin, huwag mo akong sampalin na para bang mas mababa ako sa iyo. Sampalin mo ako ng kapantay mo. Turning the other cheek would rudely awaken your enemy to the reality that you were both of equal rights and dignity and a manifestation of not returning the action done. My dear friends, Jesus in our gospel this Sunday never meant for us to experience blind submission or passivity. Rather, He teaches that we must confront oppression, abuse, and indignity by persevering in doing our best not to sin and not do what our enemies do to us. Because if we return what they badly do to us, then we are no different from them. Turning the other cheek is actually confronting them with a moral paradox. Will you continue striking my cheek, even if we are both equal, and even if I do not respond to you with hatred? Will you continue to hurt me, even if I will not hurt you in response? The early church father St. John Chrysostom said in his homily, "The radical non-retaliation is not a passive acceptance of evil, but an active resistance of its spread by refusing to mirror aggression." In other words, we live what St. Paul says, we overcome evil not by evil, but by good. We do not let evil conquer us, but we conquer evil by doing good. Hindi po ba't ito din ang ginawa ng Diyos? Noong si Jesus ay nakapako sa krus, sa halip na siya ay sumigaw, magalit sa managparatang sa kanya, ang winika pa niya ay, "Ama, patawarin niyo po sila sapagkat hindi nila alam ang kanilang ginagawa." Ganon din naman ang pinakita ng ilang mga santo ng ating simbahan. Nang hampasin ng isang magnanakaw si San Francisco ng Assisi, hindi lamang niya inalok sa kanya ang kanyang balabal, kundi binasbasan din siya at inanyayahang bumalik kung kailangan pa niya. Namatay si Santa Maria Goretti sa pagtatanggol sa kanyang kadalisayan, ngunit bago siya mamatay, pinatawad niya ang nagtangkang gumahasa sa kanya. Matapos makaligtas sa isang tangkang pagpatay, Binisita naman ni Saint John Paul II ang bumaril sa kanya, kinausap at pinatawad pa. Ito po ay mga patotoo na sa tulong at grasya ng Diyos, kaya nating batuhin ng tinapay ang naghagis sa atin ng bato at tugunan ang kasamaan ng pagmamahal at paanyayang magbago. My dear friends, in a world where revenge and resentment seem to dominate, let us make the teaching to turn the other cheek vibrant and significant more than ever. Let us pray for God's grace to help us break the cycle of violence by living the logic of Christ's love that transforms hearts and builds peace.